Hi, my name is Tope, and this is a glimpse of what I like to do in my life. My shed is a mess. So I have my calla lilies in there. The leaves that you see are from my blueberries, and I see that they're actually starting to flower, so they definitely need to be outside. Yeah. So they look like I need to get them outside and sort out this mess that is a shed. I need the vacuum to cut the grass. This is what the garden is looking like. My compost, have trash around. My codling red star was doing well, but I think in some bad wind it suffered some damage. That's why you see some of those cracks there. The clematis is starting to grow, which is fantastic. There's one more there starting to grow. I left all this junk here. These are the sticks for my tomatoes and some of the twines and zips that I use for them. This was my veggie bed last year. I have parsley growing. I just left them over winter. They're doing fine. That's garlic, and then that's parsley as well that I left. This clematis, oh wow, it's really growing way more than the other one. And then here I have some volunteer plants. I think they are onions. They look like onions or garlic. I don't think they're garlic because I didn't put any garlic in here. I think they are likely onions because I planted onions here last year. I don't know how that's happened, but I have those there. My hydrangeas, I thought they were going to stay all winter, but nope. There's green stem there, like when you peel the bark. So the plant is very much alive. It's going to come back soon, hopefully. Strawberries doing their thing. This deck is a mess. The wind took that out. Okay, no, the wind didn't start it. One of our friends came to visit and somehow drove into my front garden bed and pulled some of this out, and then from that bit they pulled out, the wind carried the rest, so we brought it back in here. We've had some of the decking boards come up, try and get someone to fix that. We've also had some issues with the deck roof because the first guy that did it, God forgive me, was an idiot. And the second guy that did it, just walked off what he had done and thought there was a slope, but apparently not. And so we've had issues with this area here that you see. That bit there, it even looks like it has gone in by the weight of like bearing water for so long. So I think this part of the deck isn't sloped, and we've had water pooling, and that has been pouring down and made a mess. To be honest, I'm not even sure what to do with that bit. My precious egg chairs here, and yeah, that's what the garden is looking like. I'm going to try to cut the grass, sort out my shed, put out the blueberries because they need the sun and they need to start growing, And yeah, I think I should feed them as well. I think, to be honest, like this year I haven't really prepped much for gardening because I've been going through a lot. But yeah, that's the update. I'm just going to get to this shed, mess of a shed, and we'll see how we go. So one thing that I have realized that I am trash at is making compost. I've been making this compost for the last 2 years, although to be fair, I always add like scraps from my kitchen every week, and I'm not the best at turning the compost. But still, I wasn't expecting that I wouldn't have, properly composted compost, if that's correct to say. And so last minute I decided to get rid of the compost bin altogether. I poured the part done compost in my raised bed, mostly in the bed with the tomatoes and peppers, and some of it in the veggie bed. And I've also retained some that I'm going to be using in pots, so they will continue to decompose. But one thing that I was impressed with is how much earthworms I had in the compost bin. I had loads and loads of them. But anyways, we leave some battles to face another day. Making compost is a no-no for me, and I'll just, easily buy the ones from the stores. So I bought these raspberry plants, this one and this one. I don't remember the variety, but they're the compact ones. When they brought them, they were brown because of course they were dormant. I just kept them in a storage space in my house. I didn't water them, left them in this bag, but I kept on checking the moisture levels and it was pretty much still moist, like from how they brought it to me. But I've tried to check the back and it just looks dead, like there's no green there. There's no green in it. Same with this one, I've checked, but this one is bringing out some new canes. So I'm just gonna pot these up, and hopefully the roots of this one is still alive so I can get new canes. I'm not going to take out these ones as well. I'll just leave them to see. I've broken some of them and they are just like white on the inside, dry. They don't look like they're living, but we'll see how things go. They like slightly acidic soil, so I'm going to mix some ericaceous compost with regular compost, and hopefully that's fine. Okay, they're healthy roots. So we have healthy roots there. As you can see, it's white, brown on the outside or white on the inside. So this plant is very much alive, or at least the root is. So I'm going to pot it up and leave it to do its thing. Today is March 8th, 2024. It's around past 3 p.m. The weather is actually okay. When I left the house, it felt slightly colder, but the sun has come out. It's warmer. But I'm also trying not to catch a cold because my body is like very vulnerable. You know, I'm one of those people that if anything were to happen, I'll catch a cold. So yeah, that's why I have my jacket on. And yeah, I'm just going to be starting my seeds for this year. I don't want to grow spinach yet. I have 3 packs of spinach. Yeah, they're inside the house, so just dump them in there. Here I have with me the ones I want to start. So I have herbs, so sage, thyme and rosemary. These I'll grow in pots because yeah, I just want to keep them controlled. Then I have tomatoes, so my usual tomatoes, Moneymaker and Roma. They're the seed packs that I've used for the last 2 seasons, and I've checked they're still fine to use until 2026. I got this from B&M, and I'm buying this just so I can use for like salads, and then you tend to get them earlier. Very sweet early cropping, so it will help me to get tomatoes earlier that I can use for salads. Then I also have peppers, so chili pepper. This is also chili, but it's a different variety. So this says it's a great mix of chilies, mild to super hot, whereas this is just like cayenne chili pepper. And again, I had planned not to grow peppers from seed this year because I find that they just take forever. I don't know what I do wrong. Like, I think I harvested some chilies last year and some scotch bonnet peppers, but I think like bell peppers, they're large, they just take forever to grow, so I'm not doing those peppers. I tried to overwinter them, but I managed to kill all but I think 2. One for sure is like very green, still alive. One is like borderline, but I'm not sure which one I ended up not killing and which ones I killed. But yeah, that's that for peppers. So far I'll only be sowing chilies from seed, and I think chilies are fine because they're small, they don't take too long. That's it really. Tomatoes, herbs and peppers that I'll be starting today. And yeah, it's good to be outside. I'm also going to clean up my strawberry plants, just like get rid of all dead leaves. I would also try to clean up my codling red star. It suffered some winter damage, and I found out that I should have protected it from the frost. But yeah, I was irresponsible. But anyways, I'll start with these seeds and we see how it goes. So this is what I have. The strawberries have been cleaned. The raspberries are in the pots, the orange ones. Blueberries are on the edge in black pots. And then the hydrangeas are those two grey ones. And then you have strawberries and the black one there. I tossed in all my partly composted fruits and veggies in the raised bed. And then I tossed in some here. I've tried to keep this side free from like the rough compost because I'm gonna put my carrots here, and carrots like fine soil, so I didn't add those in there because it just means that if I try to put the carrots there, they would become ugly shaped. They will fork out and then become ugly shaped. I've cleaned up my codling red star where I used to have my compost bin. I've gotten rid of it. I've made a hole there and I'm going to get a plant to put in there. I was going to get one more clematis, and then that's why I've tried to put it closer to the wall. But now I think I'm going to bring a plant from the front garden bed to the back here, and then I'll add one more codling red star here, and that'll be done for this area of the garden. And hopefully it comes together. But yeah, that's all I have now. There's one little bit here, mess, oops, mess. I'm still working on that side, but for now this is where I'm going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, please make sure to like it. This is the pepper plant that I overwintered. It's doing well, and these are my seeds after about 5 or 6 days. They're coming up nicely. I'll see you again in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, stay safe, and bye.